Hey, Isabel, how you doing? Love, how's it going? Rainy here today. Morning, Leslie. Hey, baby love, how you doing? I haven't been doing these lives lately because I had so much to do. Plus, my back's been killing me. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Daisy's having a good morning. I'm gonna drive the Astro van until it dies, which may outlive me. I'm gonna put that other one in the garage. And yeah, my back is killing me. I haven't had my back bother me like this in like 25 years, but I deserve it. You know, I twisted it carrying luggage up on the end of that trip, and then this guy came up and we moved 3 days worth of absolute killer. Plus, we had help. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Sedman. Yeah, I'm planning on going down to Detroit the end of the week. Yep. Yeah, no problem, Pam. Bro, I have a heart attack. Yeah, I don't think that's why it is. I think it started out with uh, uploading video in like crappy chairs at hotels, and then I twisted a little bit. You know, was sitting for 3 days, so it makes sense that it hurts. It's the worst thing you can do when your back's bothering you to do stuff, but I didn't really have a choice. Hey, Mark. Yeah, what my plans are right now is I would like to get out to Rapid City again, or Minot, but I think I'm going to go to around Thanksgiving or Halloween. I think I'm going to do the Appalachian Mountains areas, uh, mainly around Kentucky. Then I'd like to go to New York for a day or two. Yeah, I've taken them all. I've taken all those damn anti-inflammatories. I've taken the new one where they mix ibuprofen with Tylenol. I've used Penetrax, Voltarex. I used everything I had. Not one thing has put a dent in this. There's not one thing I do that makes it feel better. It'll go away. It's not that big a deal. I would describe it as like intense soreness. Like it'll bring you to your knees. I'll tell you that. I was in this Shell station where I get lotto tickets a few days ago and knocked over about 500 energy drinks. Believe it or not, like when I raise my left knee, it'll like sometimes just like a shooting, like, oh my God, you can't help it. And I kind of like grabbed this shelf. But I've had worse back pain, I'll tell you that. It's only on one side too, the left side. Yeah, I've done heating pad. I just got done using a TENS unit for 4 hours. 3 of it while I was sleeping and another hour after I got up. It doesn't do shit. I've tried heating pad, hot shower, every damn liniment they've ever made. No, I don't have a herniated disc. I know what it is. No, I'm not. No way am I seeing a doctor. No, I would if I was 25, but I know exactly what would happen. I'd go see a doctor and he'd give me some other prescription. It'd be a 250 deductible and all sorts of bullshit down the road. More of a time game than it is someone coming up with a miracle cure. That's right, Ann. Yeah, I'd probably do a hot tub if I had one, but I mean, this is like a serious aggravation. This isn't like that isn't going to do much. Yeah, you're right, Susan. Yeah, well, they make that pill now. It's got both of them in it. It's got both in. I mean, it's more of an inconvenience than it is anything else. I've had back pains twice in my life that really bother me. Advil dual action. That's what they call this. Advil dual action. Yeah, I'll get them, Cindy. I'll definitely get them. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it is a pain in the ass, but it isn't like it doesn't affect my appetite. It's not like God, is this ever gonna go away? But it's it will go away. But it's not like the worst. Believe me. Nah, a massage should probably work. I don't like people like rubbing on me like that. I just don't like it, especially guys. It's not that I'm homophobic or anything. I just don't like it. I want to like get out of there. Oh shit, man! You wouldn't believe the amount of stuff we moved. But most of it's gone. So what I'm gonna do? I've been waiting for this for 3 years, believe it or not. And I know it's like bullshit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo my upstairs bedroom into this killer office where I can do my lives. Way better view, much better light. And then I'm gonna make my living room one big giant library. I'm gonna make my other bedroom one big giant library. And then I'm gonna make a space in my basement so Daisy can run in the wintertime. And I'm actually gonna park my van in the garage. I mean, I've had this stuff since I moved from Chicago, and it's more than just selling it. It's like I quit collecting anything, and I'm gonna enter a new chapter of not being obsessed with at least one thing. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys ever had that, but most of the things I obsessed about, like, worked for me. Like, let's say I got into aviation, which I did, man. I would like read every book I could get my hand on, always go into lectures, just like obsess about every crazy minute detail. I've done that with weightlifting before too. I've done it with rebuilding Corvettes. I've done it with boats. I've done it with airplanes. And I did it with Civil War letters, photo albums, negatives, celluloid, and glass. And I had like a 25-year collection of stuff that was just blow your mind. But I realized in doing that, when I went to that damn nut house for about a month, you talk about like some soul searching. You want to figure things out. And I thought, man, if I ever did some bad shit in my life, or I could have had part of something to do with ending up here, man, I gotta just like make sure from now on it's gotta be like a clear path that's logical, and I just can't let my emotions like make me a slave of a collection like I did with what I just sold. Auctions, eBay, private sales, Craigslist ads, business cards on the cork board at the local fruit market, just constantly, never ending, chasing deals on stuff. Not, I always defended myself by not having junk. I mean, I had a pretty good collection of Abraham Lincoln letters, but it's still the same craziness. So part of that stay in that place was to like work on certain things, and I actually was able to quit collecting, which sounds like funny compared to like people that are on heroin and stuff like that. But let me tell you, I had a hard time doing it. My days were consumed with like an obsession with like historical memorabilia from the United States, Proust, books, negatives, photo albums, letters, and everything else. I did the same thing with antique marbles, machine made and handmade. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I just thought, this is nuts, man. This is not that fun. Oh, you did too, Blaze? Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just, you think, you think, well, this is different than like somebody addicted to something else. No, it's not. It's not. Just because it's nice stuff. I bid pretty well on the stuff that I had, that I've collected. I mean, I always had like resale in mind. But I realized after I was both feed in with this, that I don't really like selling stuff. I don't like dealing with people. I don't like bargain hunters trying to jack you in all the time. I don't like, I just don't like doing it. If you look at my eBay, I get a good track record and everything, but eBay sucks now. It's Detroit River. It's one word. You see, I buy a lot of books still, new books, but they're all used, so I don't really care. So, but I feel so great that I got this underway and I actually quit collecting. Really have. It's just like same thing with this Astrovan. Everybody's always joking with me about my Astrovan, but I know this sounds corny and everything, but I can afford to be honest now. Completely honest. Like, and I think, well, why would you have a different vehicle? And it's either because you want to impress somebody, because you're a salesman and you have to take clients out, or you're a single guy and you're looking to date. I'm none of that. I used to be an absolute fanatic about my cars. I'm not kidding. I'd be on my hands and knees in January looking to see, after I heard a stone chip hit it, see if it got the paint area. It'd be 5 below zero, the water'd be freezing in the air, and I'd be with a spray wand in a car wash looking to see if I got a door ding. Just nuts. Yeah, it could be perfume, whatever. So I just actually was able to quit that. I wish I could have quit it sooner, but at least I quit it before I died, so could be worse. But I'm not collecting anything. And even like that band, I didn't really want that band that much, but this isn't going to run forever. But I swear to God, you get a kick out of this. With what I just said, not trying to impress anybody, not dating, not being a salesman, going to clients. I get to the same place you do in a $300,000 Lamborghini. And to me, this is just my opinion, when I was young, it seemed to me like when I first started buying cars and the new cars in the 70s, that it was worth it. You could get a car and it didn't break the bank and you could take good care of it and everybody wanted to buy it 8 years later. It doesn't seem like that anymore. I don't even like any of the new cars and the new vans. I think they're junky looking, all in the effort of getting good gas mileage. It's all plastic crap. You can't even work on them yourself. Insurance is like $1,800 a year with a good record. You're just driving around this piece of shit with $1,000 deductible that isn't worth shit if you bought it brand new. I just can't do it anymore. I mean, they do get better gas mileage, but just, I could afford it. I know it doesn't look like I could, but the notion of having a new car to me has like zero interest. None. They're not even like, I don't even like any of them. And even the new vans, like this new van I got, it's all right and everything, but it's not like an Astro van. It's small inside. Yeah, George. Yep. Yeah, it kind of does. So I just figured I would. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to maybe do an internet radio station, not a podcast. So. And I like doing my YouTube thing. I just renewed my private detective license, which expires tomorrow, and I almost didn't do it. But I've had a website, and I haven't done a PI case. I can't even tell you when. I get all this auto-deducted bullshit, out of my accounts, thinking that I'm going to start doing PI work, and I just never get around to doing it. I just get sick of things. But I did renew it, and now it's good for 3 years, something like that. I would like to do some PI work, but only certain kind of things. So I'm going to do a little PI work. I'm going to go to different places in my YouTube. I was cash poor there for a while. I had some commercial property here I sold, and I had some someplace else that I sold. And I sold a huge collection of good stuff. So I don't have any debt or bills or credit card payments or anything. I pay cash for everything. And I pay my income tax too. So now it's just, I know this sounds like nuts, and I knew this while it was going on, but I can't believe that I got all this money laying around now. And the reason that I have is because I'm not an obsessive spender like I used to be. I'm not like buying like whole houses full of stuff that somebody that was just like me that died. I'm not pursuing glass negatives from Detroit in 1890. I'm not staying up because I found some Detroit glass negatives in a auction in Beijing. It's just nice. And I don't even like fine dining or clothes or I had some nice furniture. I got rid of all that. This shit is, when you're young and you don't know what it's going to be like on this end, you think, wow, I'm going to have all this great shit and enjoy it all my life. Well, it didn't really work out that way. After a while, it got burdensome. No, I never heard that. No. So I'm just going to dink around my YouTube. If you came up to me to say, I had a couple guys that want to do different business opportunities, and honestly, I don't feel like doing them. I don't want to like be, you know, I'm an older guy now. I don't want a bigger house or more money in the bank, or I just want to like screw around. Like, this is the kind of weird good feelings I get now. Oh, I figured out, by the way, on that trip, I did drive more miles than I thought. I drove about 5,400, which was surprising to me because I didn't realize I covered that much ground going north and south. The crux of the trip was east-west, but I guess, but I did. So 5,400. So here's the thing. So I pay 15 grand for this van, make a ton of money doing surveillance in it all those years. And not only does it have a lot of miles on it, it's got thousands of hours of idling time. So, here, just 2 weeks ago, I went and put 5,400 miles on it. And it doesn't cost me a dime. I've got the value out of 4 vehicles on this, and it was only 15 grand. And who knows when it's really going to end? Now, I'm already up for an oil change now, even though I got one 2 weeks ago. But I really kind of get a kick out of getting the value of this van. Yeah, I put money in it, but not much. I think I'm on my second starter, third alternator. Of course, brakes about 8 times, maybe 8 sets of tires, but a lot of it's original. I mean, it doesn't look that great, I know, but I don't care. Yeah, I haven't been to Birmingham in a while. It's always a little out of my way, but I have been through there. Hey, Laura. So this guy that bought all my stuff, I talk to this guy all the time. He's a really good guy. He'd like me to do business stuff with him down in Georgia. I lived down there before, actually not far from where he lives. I didn't really care for it. Hey, Terry. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Hey, Deanna. Yeah, I haven't had many lives, tell you the truth. Not at night, anyway, because I haven't been doing stuff. And then I want to, get handing my stuff out, too. Yeah, I'd like to get out to Texas. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to go to West Virginia. I'm going to be out there. I want to cut down, really, the part of the Appalachians. I mentioned before Shelby Adams, a guy that did large format photography. I'm interested in that northeast, southwest band of Kentucky that runs through the Appalachians. Maybe a little bit of Ohio, but definitely West Virginia. It doesn't interest me on the extremes, like in Pennsylvania or down to the part of Georgia. But that one area there, to me, that's interesting to me. Then I want to go to New York City for a few days. And I'd like to get back out to Billings before the snow flies. To be honest with you, I'd like to get out to Billings or Rapid City in the middle of winter. I don't care which one. If you look at that highway, though, that I was, Route 2, Highway 2, it's got to take forever to drive those distances in the winter when it's snowy. They don't get as much snow as we do, but they get a lot of drifting, and the speed limit's 80 miles an hour out there, but I bet you people aren't doing 80. And as you're driving down that road, you'll see, those crosses all over where people got killed, and there's nothing out there. And those antelope aren't that big, so I can only assume they're sliding off the road, falling asleep, and those are not areas where you'd want to go off the road doing 80 miles an hour. You would go airborne in no time. So my guess is it's people falling asleep and occasional head-on. But if you can't do 80 or 85 out there, it would take you forever to get anywhere. I mean, even the close places are 250 miles apart. Yeah, it's kind of true, Blaze. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, me too. I still do buy new used books at an obsessive rate. But when I look at, not that I got to compare what I do to somebody else, but when I look at the money I've blown on other stuff before, and I can get a brand new kick-ass textbook that maybe wasn't even read on neurosurgery for $4, I'm not worried about it. I mean, if you get into airplanes or boats or any of that, you can dump just crazy money in it. And here I am, getting a mother load of books for $100 with all these killer great subjects. What's this ringing bell stuff you're talking about? I never heard of that. Yeah, well, if you notice now, when you upload a YouTube video, see what they're doing, like on guys like me, or if you have subscribers, you've been around a while, they give you a chance, to rate your own videos. And you better, who would rate your videos poorly when you know it's going to be put through all these algorithms? So I was honest about it, If it had dirty words in it, I told them about it. If it had drug talk in it, I told them about it. Well, evidently I got a good rating, and I think it's kind of helped. Because there's been times in my YouTube history that, they were constantly dinging all my videos. I didn't get, is not suitable for most advertisers. And they'll tell you in the terms of service, they get rid of videos that I've had before just because they didn't like them. It's not because I violated any policy. One time I made a joke about making crystal meth, and I was really making baby bird food for 2 little starlings that I found. They gave me a strike for that. And another time there was a girl that flashed her breasts walking down an alley when I was interviewing working girls in Detroit. I didn't even notice it, to tell you the truth. I knew I put that clip in the video, and they gave me a strike for that. And, one more strike and I was gone. This was a few years ago. And at the time, I already had up like probably 4,500, 5,000 videos. So honestly, I went out swinging. I wrote YouTube a letter and said, hey, look, if this is the way this is going to be, and you think flashing a breast is worth a strike, and you think a joke on baby bird food, you might as well just can my account now. Because there's got to be worse videos amongst these 5,000 videos that I've uploaded that you haven't got around to dinging me for. And one more strike and I'm out. So, hey, it's been a good time, but this is bullshit. And then I got kind of hassled for about a year. And then even with this new policy, if you'll notice now, your video gets uploaded, it gets processed, and then there's a short delay. The short delay is looking for what I just described. Sex talk, drug talk, stuff like that. And if that's in there, you're going to get dinged right from the start. You're not going to be able to be a monetized video in the traditional sense to where you'd get whatever it is they pay you. Yeah. So that's, I mean, it's fine with me. It's, it's their deal. You sign on. You can imagine what a nightmare it is policing these kooks. I mean, they can't even get around and stop people that harass people all day, every day, like Catherine, Ollie, Loser Laura, and White Trash Debbie. They're using people's names in their videos. They're making up bullshit that's not true. They're calling social services on their kids. They're just a bunch of kooky lunatics. And you'd think you could get that addressed, but you can't. It's almost like you have a hard time getting them to do anything about people that are disrupting other people's channels all the time for no good reason. So it's by far a perfect platform. Yeah, I mean, you could say, well, is it governed by Google? Well, from a legal sense, no, they're separate entities. But from a philosophical sense, absolutely. If you think YouTube is going to be run on a different... Because, you can't have it, but you're a Republican or you a Democrat, blah, blah. Well, I always discourage politics, but, it's a two-party platform. If you vote for an independent, it's just the way it is. Okay? I don't, whoever people like, they can vote for. But I'm not that way as I've gotten older. There's things that I like that conservatives do, and there's things that I like that liberals do. I mean, honestly, I don't want to vote for either one of them right now, but I'm going to be forced to do that, right? So I try and look at things independently. So you can argue, well, yeah, Google's just a bunch of liberals, and maybe that's true. And if you looked at it and you were strict about the definition, you probably have to agree with that. It's their deal. I'm signing on to their platform, okay? I know this. But I think they've been pretty good. Let me give you an example. I got that stupid-ass state cop that gave me that ticket for nothing because I think he doesn't like my YouTube videos. Now, I haven't proven that yet, but I plan to in the next year or so. I'm not done with him yet, even though the ticket was settled. One doesn't have anything to do with the other. But I think if that would be on some right-wing conservative social media platform, they would have taken my video off. It's like you're making this trooper look something other than professional. Well, I am, because he is something other than professional. He's got a criminal record in Ohio. He was texting, which is illegal, before he pulled me over. And he had his hat on the dash, which was obstructing a small windshield in a Charger, way more than anything Daisy could have done in a giant side view mirror. So yeah, I think he's a bad guy. And they allow that video to go up, and I know that the state police have tried to get them to take it down, and YouTube told them to shove it, which is cool. Now, on the other hand, other beliefs and philosophies of, let's say, conservative people, they've probably taken my video out that I'm making law enforcement look unprofessional. Hey, he did that stuff, not me. So you can't have it both ways, and I understand that, and I'm fine with it. I think it's influence, J.R. Keys. I think it's like, there's always the human factor. You can never get around it, whether it's Supreme Court justices or the guy that works for the garbage company that picks up your trash that doesn't think you should have a bigger container. How you look, whether you're attractive or not, all these things are constantly, and it's just in the context of being a human. There's no way you can get away from it. They try to, and you look at racial discrimination as an example. Do you think it's going on? You better believe it's going on. Is it because there isn't enough laws in place to protect people? Hell no. Sexism, equal pay for women. I mean, it just goes on and on. You try to, Colin Kaepernick is an example. I mean, you talk about a bunch of guys getting together and colluding and saying, hey, no matter what, do not hire this guy as your quarterback. I mean, look, you don't need to be an NFL expert to understand that this guy's got a lot of talent. But he's a fly in the ointment to a lot of these rich white owners. And they don't want that bullshit going on. Jerry Jones is a perfect example. I don't know whether it was the topless dancer of the year or what, but somebody finally got to that ignoramus and told him to shut his big mouth. That even though you're a billionaire and you own the most popular NFL franchise there is, the people don't want to hear you. If you don't like somebody kneeling during the national anthem and you say they're never going to play for you, you're probably not going to be a good candidate to own a team in the NFL at this time. So he shut his big mouth, but I bet it's a constant, non-stop effort to get this guy from just not, it's really like. So in the strictest sense of the word, the reason these laws are enacted is because you don't want things happening to people like Colin Kaepernick that did. Now, you may not like him and you think he's a jerk and there's better guys out there. Okay, that's a different argument. I'm just talking about a bunch of people getting together and deciding that we're going to blackball this guy. And that's exactly what they did. There's no way around it. That is part of the problem, sure. Depends on what kind of a school system you come from. There's all sorts of influences in the media, what they keep in, what they let out, what they report as news, what they don't. I mean, just take the same subject matter and flick back and forth between Fox and CNN. It's hard to believe they're even talking about the same person. It's just the way it is. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Well, I mean, like anything, I learned a lot of this stuff the hard way. That seems like it's been me from day one. I never learned anything from educated parents or a mentor, or it was all the hard way, making the same mistake over and over, and it taken so long. But on the other hand, I see lots of people go to their graves. They're just as ignorant the day they die as the day they were born. And so at least somewhere along the way, I did see the light. Some of it anyway. I think it's probably the happiest I've been, in my whole life this last 6 months. I really have a fun time interviewing people. It's a good time. I'm going to hand out all these things. And YouTube's a good time too, if people wanted to socialize forum other than this, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to learn something new. But you look at, if you just look at the world now, and it's like, God, I think one of my issues is that I worry too much about other people, which I'm just surprised that I do. I mean, not just people I interview and Marguerite and Catherine and stuff like that, Kathy down in Detroit, but just young people starting out and just this iffy economy and big companies going out of business and this COVID bullshit. Hey, Dimebag. Hey, High Priestess. Yeah, I'm careful. I chat when, I feel like chat, and that's probably part of the reason it works a little bit, because, I am kind of a moody guy. Nothing like I used to be. My neighbor wrote me a nice long letter before they left, her and her husband. So sweet. Plus, they gave me a big thing of cookies. I've good neighbors, kind of sucks, but the new people that are moving in seem nice. But the chances of getting 2 new move-ins as good as the 2 that left, man, I'm not that lucky. I hope so. All right, Terry, have a good day. Yeah, well, it's come from a lot of ways, people helping me. You have a good day today, Terry? Boy, the colors up here are fantastic. If anybody lives in Michigan, and speaking of that, if anybody lives in Michigan, make sure you buy a Lotto 47. Nobody hit that $20 million 2-time-a-week drawing, Michigan only. It's up to 21 million something now, and the next drawing's Wednesday. Yeah, I'll get back doing these chats. I just gotta, like, what, that's 4K video that I shoot now, right? And those are 46 megapixels still photos that I shoot. And I have an okay computer, but not really one that should be editing 4K. It took me 10 hours. That first, I got to put up better thumbnails for that too. I just didn't get lucky with the 3 that it gives you. But that one video I put up, that hour and 33 minutes, it took 10 hours to process, to put those clips together. And it took 20 hours to upload it, that one video. Now the next one's only 45 minutes, but that probably won't be up till like 10 o'clock at night. So in a way, it's kind of forced me to slow down. And then the other downside of that is I like having what I experienced uploaded. And, I've been uploading ever since I got home, and I still got quite a bit of stuff to do. Because I like going back and watching like my old trips. Oh man, yeah, it takes that 4K video is a monster. But here's the thing, I mean, now you can only upload one video at YouTube at a time. So it's with that in mind, now it's just you've got to like accept that this is the way it is. But back in the day when I would go down to Detroit and I'd take like, let's say 33-minute clips, I'd upload 33-minute clips. I'd get up in the morning and hit publish and they'd be there. Well, those days are gone. And I think I will get like, I'll be doing more quality video as time goes on. I'm not saying that I don't have bullshit video out there, but like when I'm driving through Yellowstone and Glacier, it's just not like I got the camera rolling on every square inch of the middle of nowhere. I mean, I turn it on and turn it off on what I think is like good to see, other than the driving videos. And you've got to be like a certain type person to like those. Look, from a financial standpoint, which mine's never been, if I was running my channel as a money-making venture or business, the last thing I would have done was go out west. I already know before I leave, those videos are like fun for me and I like going out there and there's a certain amount of people that like them. But you're not getting any notoriety or action from YouTube on Glacier National Park videos. It's just not happening. I know this before I go out. If I was just thinking about money, you'd never see anything, a video of Daisy, nothing. I would just strictly interview working girls in Detroit, nothing else. Oh, okay, Bertha. They do take a bit to upload now. They sure do, especially those long ones. But that's okay. It's just, it's not like I used to do it. Like that video I did with Marguerite and her daughter, I think that was like maybe an hour video. Yeah, same deal. It's like a 20-hour upload and a 10-hour editing thing. But I'm not saying that I'm sitting there for 10 hours. I'm not. But by the time that I piece them all together and they're ready to upload, it's 10 hours. And by the time I hit upload on YouTube and it's processed, it's another 14 or 16 or 18. And I have a smoking connection. But in a way, it's kind of good. I lose a lot of subscribers. I already know this because I upload too many videos. I mean, if you're following this market of like eking out every single view you can find, no matter what, I'm doing it completely wrong. I get a lot of people telling me I'm going to unsubscribe. I don't want to be watching you eat a hamburger and then see a dog and then Glacier National Park. I just want to see interviews. Yeah, so people want to, if they like interviews, let's say, they're getting pissed off every time they see a notice from my channel that it's Daisy swimming or a good hamburger I had or Glacier National Park. It's just the way it is. So if I were smart and I wanted to like, do everything like according to views and stuff, I wouldn't you wouldn't see a lot of the video because I know most people don't care for it. Yeah, it's surprising to YouTube. I noticed just this year where you used to always, if you look at FTP servers and you look at the amount of videos that are uploaded on YouTube, you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop and like, when is this going to end, Well, it's kind of ended already. That's why they went to the one video at a time. And I suspect that the next thing's going to be, you're going to get like, you're going to allow to have 100 videos up and that's it. And after that, they're going to start charging you or something. And they've already went and culled a lot of people that they don't think have the potential of being money-making channels for them. Which, it's their deal. I mean, this isn't heaven. Why would somebody provide this big platform for nothing? It's still capitalism and commerce, no matter how you look at it. And if your channel doesn't benefit them in some way, that's why they went to the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watching time, because they don't want their servers dedicated to something that doesn't have any potential revenue, which you can't blame them. And if you have a channel or you're interested in one or you're starting one, you look around. I mean, I've done it before because I've thought I was going to get bounced out of YouTube a couple of times. And there's YouTube and nothing else. These other platforms, or they charge you, or their search engines are no good. That's how it is, YouTube or nothing else. Hey, Lorianne. Yeah, the followers though. I mean, I would, if I did it like you were gonna do a channel that your whole goal was making money, it would be much different. I have about 3 times as many people watch as subscribers, and like I said earlier, the reason for that is because people think I upload too much and they want it consistent on what they like. They don't want to see an omelet or Daisy swimming, and that affects my subscribers, but I don't really care. If I could give away subscribers, I would, like to people starting out new channels, because when you're starting out in YouTube, it's just like being on the junior varsity basketball team. You're sitting there watching everybody dunk and these behind the back wraparound passes, and the gym's full and everybody's watching them, and you're on a JV and nobody's showing up and you're not doing shit, nobody's dunking. It's kind of how it is on YouTube. It's this fake faux success that really doesn't mean jack shit. Subscribers don't really mean anything. I mean, if you're looking at it to make money, it's all views. So it doesn't really interest me. People are always telling me, did you know so-and-so got this many views? You know what? I didn't. I really never pay any attention to it. And sometimes people will, I had a little issue before with Maddie and Gerald, Kelly, and with Gianna and her boyfriend. They think you're getting rich, and it's like, hey, look, I just go to things that interest me, and I upload. And if you think that I'm getting rich, and you don't want to do this, I mean, this is fine, I won't talk to you anymore. And they soon figured out that I didn't talk to him anymore. It's because it's really not about that. And then, they said, why are you not contacting us anymore? Well, this is why. This is what you said, and this is what you think, and this isn't true. So if you want to... Everybody that I've interviewed, I've offered to do the photos for them, set them up a channel, and all they'll need to do is upload their own video on their own cell phone, and nobody ever does it. Why? I don't know, but I've offered. So it's not like I'm telling someone, well, yeah, I'll interview you, but, you're going to have to come through my channel. Not at all. Anybody that wants to put a link to their budding channel, I'm fine with. Oh, really, J.R. Keith? Okay. Hey KF, how you doing? Yeah, I'll do a fall cone drive. Actually, the gotten fantastic in the last 3 years, and this, if you guys are in Michigan and you're thinking of going up north, go up now. It's as good as it gets. It went from not much color to like killer color in 3 days, and this rain will make it much better. Tomorrow ought to be a perfect day up north. You blow off a day and drive around. No, I don't remember that, LA. No. I remember I really drugged my feet on doing anything Google though, when it first came out. I still have an AOL account, to tell you the truth. Oh, Duluth's a cool town. You better believe it, Maloney. Better believe I did. Yeah, I mean, it takes a while. I mean, I had like 50 viewers forever. And even some of the videos that I ended up getting like a million views on sat around for like a long time and nobody watched them. So don't feel bad. It's more a product of time than it is content, I think. LA, did you get your magnet yet? Yeah, it was just in Grayling yesterday. Yeah, I had a Stone Mountain, yep. Yeah, it's been cool here. Yeah, you should get that. I sent that last Monday, I think. Maybe Tuesday. The mail is so damn slow now. I mean, they're getting slammed. Oh, thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really doing too much. I mean, basically the story's out there, and I ask them the questions. All I'm really doing is turning the camera on. Honestly, as you can tell with interviews, it's the subject matter that makes it fly. Yep, Raised Blues and Brews. Yep, I ate there Saturday. Hey, Graphic, how you doing? Anybody ever silk screen printing? I've been looking on this T-shirt thing a lot, and I just don't find anything that's like decently priced. That's decent. Like when you look on a YouTube channel, whether it's the World's Dangerous Jobs or some guy with a family channel or whatever, and they're selling those cheap ass like Teespring or Shopify shirts. I'm not doing that no matter what. I mean, it'd be 10 times easier to have a shirt that somebody like drop shipped. But man, they just all look like junk and crap. So the question here is, has anybody ever done this silk screen t-shirt printing? I'm thinking of even just start doing my own, because I'm just not satisfied with anything that I see that I can keep affordable. I'm not trying to make any money on them. I'm just trying to keep the costs low. So I think it's not somebody paying $35 for a t-shirt. It's crazy. You can go out and get like a nice dress shirt for that. No, I'm back home, Aaron. Yep. Oh, really, Sarah? But when I look at t-shirts, either they're killer and they want 50 bucks a piece for them, or they're just junk and they're $9.99, and there's not much in between. Yes. Oh, really, Laura? Oh, okay. Oh, do you, Lori? You know, I've had over the years, I had like shirts done before where I had them like embroidered, which was pretty cool. But you got to stay kind of small on the logo or wherever you're going to depict. And if you change into a couple colors of string or thread, it's like $1 million more. Hey, Mary. Oh, really, Laura? Yeah, I don't know how these t-shirt places make it. I mean, there's a million of them around there, but I mean, it might not just be possible to do. Oh, really, Aaron? Okay. Oh, okay, Todd. Gotcha. You got any suggestions on that, Todd? Yeah, Laura, it's just like, I upload people's businesses. I don't ever charge anybody for anything. I'd give them a good video uh, regardless. And it's just like if I do like a video on a restaurant or something. I've had people want to buy me lunch, and I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm going to do one of a small bookstore in Green Bay. And she wanted to give me a free T-shirt. I said, you know what, I appreciate it, but I've always said that if I put something up here, it's because I believe it. I think it's like a nice place. And if you give me a T-shirt, that whole equation changes now. I don't think that's why you gave me a T-shirt, and that isn't why I did a video to begin with. But if I don't accept anything, anywhere from a free lunch to a T-shirt, nobody can ever like accuse me of like being biased on putting up something that I think is a good product. So I don't take it. No big deal. I don't think I'm getting to heaven because of it. I'm just telling you I don't do it. You're right, Malcolm. Yeah. Yep. Challenging to find quality anything. Yeah, we have one here I looked at. I didn't really like. I like this place in Green Bay, but I don't know. It's like a hamburger. Everybody said the world's greatest hamburger. I mean, how much difference can there be between the best hamburger in the world and the worst one in the world? So to me, it seems like there's something wrong if I've got to start going to another state and paying crazy shipping for t-shirts. There's got to be someone around me someplace. I just don't know where they're at. It's connecting the dots is the hard part. Hey, Debbie. Bookstore was killer, man. It's called Lion's Mouth Bookstore in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm gonna put a video and do a little video on them. I haven't got to it yet. The lady that owns it is Amy, a sweetheart, just like the old days bookstore. Really great. Yep. Doing pretty good, Deb. How you doing? Oh, do you, Tony? Oh, really, Laura? Yeah, let me know about that, will you? Yeah, probably true, Laura. Yep. Oh, really, Tony? Where are you located, Tony? Yeah, thank you, Todd. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Yeah, I've got a lot of like stationery and stuff through Vistaprint. Their T-shirts are. Yeah, look up that Lion's Mouth bookstore in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think you'll like it right off the bat. Yeah, I thought about stickers, but who sticks them on anything anymore? I mean, they look like hell on a window. You don't want to put them on your bumper. I'm more interested in like having like tokens of appreciation for people that have been around a while than like trying to make $1 a T-shirt or something stupid like that. Yeah, billboard. I thought about that actually, but I kind of like just doing it how it comes along slowly. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Well, the billboard business seems dead. I bet a third of them between like my house and Detroit are like empty. It says rent me, advertise here, that kind of thing. Oh, thanks, Tony. She's not a stalker. Yeah, I thought of that refrigerator magnets too, but I did think of that. Yeah, you're right, Ellie. Yep. Teacups? What is that? What is a teacup? You mean like a regular like teacup drinking? No, not really. I mean, this area I live in, I mean, we do have our share of like cabins and rentals and that kind of thing, but by and large, the main up north recreation is not in this town. It's east to the north and to the west. This is kind of like a place to eat, gas stop. Hey, Pam. Hey, Carla. All right, Lori. Oh, cool, Aaron. Yeah, I'm the same way, baby love. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, coffee cups. I don't know if people use them that much. I mean, I know seems like everybody I know, I don't know anybody that home hardly. I mean, I know it happens, but you get one through a drive-through. Oh, really, Klaus? Yeah, I did. That's a good idea, Aaron. Hey, Dylan. Nah, I'm not. I think maybe a little bit congested. I mean, my back's sore as hell. What are you doing, Dazer? Huh? What are you looking at, honey? Oh, do you? Yeah, I get my. I don't, because I go out and get my coffee, you know? I'll tell you, I'm sure I know, and that is name recognition. I know a guy that owns like 300 Red Roof Inns, and I said, "Well, what keeps you from just buying these places and making it, Johnny's Hotel?" And he said, "Name recognition." He said, "When you own a mom and pop place, you got to deduct about 25%. It's just the way it works." And just like this Tim Hortons right here, that 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 brand recognition is so huge. I'm gonna go home, do some more paperwork. I paid most of my bills online last night. Kind of a nothing day. Yeah, there you go, Aaron. I like that. I like the sounds of that. Yeah, I've tried these. I can take them or leave them. Oh, good, Blaze. Yeah, I looked at these print on demands. I mean, it's crazy the time you can spend looking up this stuff, and then it's never like, oh, I love this. Yeah, I got to get this. Yeah, it's more than I wanted to spend, but it's so cool. I feel that way on any of the stuff that I've checked out. It's all like cheap looking stuff and cost too much, and it's just like, why? Right, Daisy? Do you wonder why, hon? Daisy? Daisy, do you wonder why? Yeah, we got rain now. Rain last night. Yeah, it's supposed to go away, though. It's about 55 degrees. But the colors around here are like really good. Yeah, I know, Mary. I don't know if we're getting rain later or not. I can show you a little bit of these colors if you want. Hopefully it doesn't buffer too bad. It's weird. They actually look better when it's raining on this phone. Complaint. There'll be like 300 people watch it. And I had to be in Glacier National Park, right? Here, I'll take a 30-second clip of Daisy eating her morning treat, and it gets 10 times the views, and it didn't do anything. It didn't take any time, and I didn't need to go anywhere. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I'm down around there all the time. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like that, but I mean, if you look at the old historical records of weather, nothing's out of the ordinary. It's not. Hey, Frankie, how you doing? So you can check these colors out. Pretty good. Where are you living now? Just driving up, taking a look at, show you a little bit of these colors. Uh, no, I'm going under the speed limit, actually. Come on, huh? Come on. Yeah, it's nice out there. There's still got a ways to go, but it's still pretty out. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? Good. Hey Patricia, how you doing? See you, Carla. Hey, Mary. Oh, good. Glad you like watching it. I'll get on here and go up a couple miles. You can see the trees are really great. Oh, I agree, Klaus. Big time. Yeah, I sold everything, yeah. Now check these leaves out up here. Check these colors out.